This is All in Economic Lifestyle. I hope everyone has had a great day today. It's nice and chilled here in my state of Florida. I ask that you guys be safe in your goings and comments. Please do subscribe. Guys, this is for educational purposes only. And I'm moving really quickly because we're going to head out to the Jaguar tailgate pregame. But listen, this is educational purposes only. Again, as I said, it's just to show you how the different cultures are bumping heads. Just because one has money don't mean that you can buy your way into culture. I could have money, but that doesn't mean that I could use my money to buy my way into a different culture. I have to stand on my culture and respect others. So, long story short, educational purposes only. Please do subscribe. Let's get started because I hope this is not what we're doing, guys. We need to do better.
Foreigner entitlement in the Philippines. I just had an intense, unexpected argument with a stranger in a cafe, and my heart is still pounding. Earlier,
Oh,
I was in Starbucks Ayala Center
I'm sorry, guys. I had to pause it for a minute because, oh my goodness. Let's continue.
Cebu. I grabbed coffee and lunch before running my errands at the mall. I needed to make a quick phone call to my boyfriend about our upcoming trip to Palawan, and I realized my headphones weren't working. Just to give you a little bit of context, the Starbucks in Ayala Center, Cebu is like a two-story, but when you come in, you're on the second floor.
Guys, I've been to the Philippines before. Check out her tattoos right here, guys. See her tattoos that are birds. Let's continue.
And then there's a downstairs, which is like a basement type. The downstairs is usually where people tend to go if they want to work in silence, and then the upstairs is where the traffic is more frequent, and I've seen a lot of meetings happen there, so I specifically stayed upstairs. I had to put my boyfriend on a speaker because I couldn't hear him well. Out of nowhere, this stranger beside me taps me on my shoulder and said, "Do you have headphones?" And I said, "No, but this is just a quick call." And then he talked to me again and said, "Well, this is not your living room or your office to be talking that loud." I mean, whoa. But I said, "This is a public place." And he says, "Well, you can't just do whatever you want." That's when I got a little bit triggered. He looks like a foreigner, he sounds like a foreigner, and so I said, "This is my country, I can do whatever I want." And that's when he got super aggressive and he said,
Does that sound familiar, guys? That's a term that not me myself, but people use. This is my country. Let's continue.
"This is also my country. I have a permanent resident card and I bring money to this country." I wish I had a massive comeback for that, but honestly, I didn't know what to say. I was starting to get scared. He was a big guy, and what if it gets physical? But also, there was a big part of me that didn't want to back down, and I thought, wala na ba jud tay laban if permanent resident na ang foreigner nga ga-intimidate sa naturally born Filipino? I told him, "You can leave." And then he got up, went to talk to the manager, and then came back. And I should have stopped already, pero I was so angry and I felt like gisaniban ko sa espiritu ni Lapu-Lapu. So when he sat down again, I asked, "Are you leaving?" And obviously that set him off. So
Guys, if you want to know what she just said, have you ever experienced races? She's speaking in Tagalog. Let's continue.
he went on and I went on and on. I couldn't even remember what we were saying. I just remember that he was twisting my words and he was saying I was rude and I won't stop talking to him when I was really minding my own business, and he was the one who started this. I started to call for help, and I remember the guy on another table was waving at the staff and pointing at our table. And after a while, the manager and the security guard came over to listen to both sides. First of all,
Come on,
kudos to
Jaguars.
the
Let's
manager
go.
Rhea of Starbucks and the security
Sorry,
guards
guys.
of
Jaguar
Ayala.
game
I
is
think they handled it
preseason tonight.
both really well. The manager both apologized to me and to him. And then the manager Rhea said, "Sir, she is allowed to have a phone call because it is a public cafe." And then he complained and he said, "I asked for your help first." But Rhea stood firm and said, "I'm sorry, sir, but she is allowed to have a phone call." And then the manager left. And before the security guard left, he checked on me and asked if I'm okay. And I asked if if he's gonna be around, and he said that he's just outside. He refused to move, and my petty butt was not going to move either. Terrified, but I was on fire at the same time. Like in my
Can you guys speak her culture? She said, "My petty butt. She has the right to stand up for herself, respectfully, no matter the color, creed, or religion." But it just so happened to be a European guy um, that she's talking about that was telling her to put her phone off speaker. But as you know, in the Philippines, there are millions and millions of people. It's very loud there. Someone stole her earphones, and it just became a altercation at Starbucks. But let's continue. But this, I just wanted this message because this is what's happening here in our Western world. See, and I wanted you guys to see that it's carrying over abroad. It's just not mainland anymore. And it's getting ridiculous and it needs to stop. Let's continue.
in my head, no, not a chance. I will finish this phone call. Like I said, Lapu Lapu spirit
Hi,
took over
Isaiah.
50%
Yes,
of my
you're the
soul.
first one
So
here.
before anyone comes at me in the comments, yes, my boyfriend was in
Sorry,
the
I don't want to speak over her. Hi, Isaiah. You're my first all in subby. Please subscribe. And I need to start rewarding the first person that's here. So tell me what I could do to reward you. Let's continue.
phone call the entire time. And yes, he is a foreigner, and probably half of my inner circle of friends are foreigners as well. So let me be 100% clear that this isn't hate against foreigners. This is specifically about the entitled ones. I welcome anyone who respects our country. Look, I get it. In Western culture, taking a phone call on speaker in a cafe is a pet peeve. But in the Philippines, malls, cafes, jeepneys, our baseline is social and loud. And if I personally don't like the noise, I put headphones on. And if
I just told you guys that because I've been there. It's very, very loud. It's a lot of people. It's noisy.
I don't have one, I walk away because I understand my culture. And being a permanent resident, understanding and respecting the culture should be your first and foremost responsibility. And
Keyword. This is out of this whole message. This is what I wanted you guys to hear. What she just said. You have to respect each other's culture.
bringing money to the Philippines does not give you the right to talk down to locals or act like you own the place.
Or taking money anywhere to any other cultures does not give you the right to disrespect. It just don't. I mean, I'm just not a person to respect, and I have money. I don't disrespect people and look over people because this is my motto: you're not better than me, and I'm no better than you. But I don't know. I just wish everybody had the same thing. Um, Hi, Rasky. If I said your name right, I'm sorry. I'll say 2217. Hi. Welcome back to another episode. But listen, guys, please subscribe. But this is her message. She's over in the Philippines. Where she's originally from, her culture, and then you have outsiders come in, and this is what this is the moral to the story, that we also have to be because you guys know we have a lot of diversity here in the Western, and we go through it every day. As far as you have to stay alert, be kind, respectful. If somebody's talking to you disrespectful, handle it in a mannerable way. That's all we have to do because we all have to live together. What are we gonna do? Run and live in the mountains or at the ocean? No, we all have to walk this land together, right? Right. And then on that note, please do have a nice evening and be safe. All in a clan lifestyle.